Tonight, we are talking Universal Parks and probably more. Who knows? I didn't plan out this one. I am Brad Jost, and this is Let's Talk Jurassic. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Let's Talk Jurassic, your weekly live stream here from the Jurassic Park Podcast. Thank you so much to all of our returning viewers out there. Welcome back. If you're new here, glad to have you. Like having you here. If you're lurking out there, say hi. Good to see you. But I want to see who's here tonight. We're going to take it nice and easy tonight. It's going to be kind of a chiller night. Thriller night. That just made me think of that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just gonna be a very low key stream. It's Jurassic July. Not a lot to talk about per se, but we have some things, so we'll get into it in a little bit. But I do want to see who's here first. I kind of just I didn't get a chance to share that the stream was live really or anything. I did put one up on Instagram, but didn't get to posting it elsewhere. So we're gonna have to do with the promotion that I did on Instagram. But hello, Dinosaur, glad to have you here. Spinorex123, and I do have to record right after this. As soon as this is done, might have to cut it early, we'll see. But I have to record for the Forcecast right after this. Matthew here says, hey brother, which T-Rex in JP7 do you think we'll see? And if a new one, do you think Big Edie is more likely, or say the Red Rex that's based from the novel? I like that. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna star this one so we know that I want to talk about that. I like that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Muzzlemill's here. Hey, happy Jurassic July. There you go. And so we're gonna be talking about the parade floats and maybe even the sensational nighttime show. I haven't seen either of these things in person. I think the parade just happened today. So, but yeah, and that's that. So let me go ahead over to our website first. If you have any questions or any thoughts or anything, just let me know in the chat, and I'll try to talk about them, because it is, like I said, a light news week, surprisingly. But light news week, so we'll try to get through as much as we can. But please go over to my whole workflow is all messed up here. I gotta move this button forward. There we go. The iPad just turned off because the battery's almost dead. Let's go to the website, JurassicParkPodcast.com. Where's my background? Why is my background just black? I don't know what happened there, but let's see if I can fix that. I don't know. It's gone. We just got a black background for now. Anyway, we've got a great episode from this week with Natalie Lucia. Natalie is an awesome Jurassic fan just in general. I loved chatting Jurassic with Natalie, and we've, over the years, we've kind of communicated here and there on social media. So it was great to finally have a chat with her and to learn more about, the costume creations that she does and all the events that she goes to, the different contests that she's won. So there was a lot for us to talk about. So definitely check that out. I had a great time chatting with Natalie. So I haven't been able to release the video yet. It was, I don't know if there was like a connection issue. So the video kind of froze here and there, but yeah. So the audio's out there. Go check it out on all the podcasting platforms out there. Please go subscribe to our Substack. You can actually do so now right on our website. If you want to do it, you can do it in pretty much whatever the posts that I'm going to be posting from now on. And also, you can just click join the newsletter here on the top, and it'll bring you here, and you can join right there. And you'll get, stuff like this. Actually, let me bring it back, get this out of the way. Articles and stuff. I'm kind of annoyed. I haven't had a chance to publish the one that I have for this week. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I did not get a chance to. So it is still coming, but just hasn't popped out yet. But yeah, you get all kinds of stuff like this. So It's cool. I really dig this. I think it's a new fun way. I've been talking with other people, and I know other people have set them up. So I'm really interested in kind of creating a new space for Jurassic fans and just theme park fans or whatever to go and talk to each other, and also to, just share my thoughts and feelings on a lot of things. But you can go to Spotify as well, go listen to the show, and there you can see right there, we have episode 3 from Tales from a Jurassic World, the awesome audio drama that takes place in between Fallen Kingdom and Jurassic World Dominion. This is produced by Tom Jurassic and so many awesome people who are acting and doing the music, and so much work that, went into this. It's kind of crazy. But definitely go check out this episode here. Look at that. Even in the subject, just reading the synopsis for this episode gets me excited. Come face to face with an animal last seen in Camp Cretaceous. Wonder what that could be. But that's episode 3. You can actually watch episode 3? Yeah, no, 3 is out now. 4 comes this week on Friday. But that's at least on the YouTube channel for Tales from Jurassic World. But and that's all I'm going to showcase for now. So back to me. We're here. Natalie is awesome. Great to have her contribute to my short fan film from the spring. Yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. I didn't forget about the short film. I forgot that she was in it. Let's see. Yeah, anyway, I wanted to talk first off. Let's actually start with a different change of pace here, because I was thinking about it, and the fact that I said, like, there's no news this week and stuff. It was kind of interesting that nothing happened. I don't know about all of you, but I was quite surprised that Jurassic June came and went with no information for Jurassic World 4. I was pretty surprised that July 2nd came and went. Today's July 3rd as of this recording. But July 2nd came and went, and July 2nd is the year mark. It's going to be 1 year later that whatever this movie is. I always want to go say a title, but then I realize, I don't have one. It's just Jurassic, maybe World 4, who knows? Or Jurassic Park 7, I don't know. So I've been just sitting here like, oh man, pretty perplexed. When's the news coming? So I am just waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'm just dying for something to talk about. Just because, like, I feel like there's so many things that have happened over the past several months, whether it's rumors and, leaked information. Now we're getting leaked information. We're getting leaked, like, set photos, people just walking around set, just sharing whatever they want. I heard people now touching props and things, and it's, being a Jurassic fan is always tough when the movie's in production. I know this happens with a lot of movies. We're seeing it with Superman currently. There's so many set photos, and this happens all the time with pretty much every movie. Everybody's out there trying to spoil every detail of it. So please do your best to not spoil things that, that may have been on the internet. Don't just assume that just because it's out there, that it's legit, that it's real, and that it should be shared. This is just my little PSA, because I have to do this every time. Just remember that not everybody is as involved as maybe you are. That, just because you saw it doesn't mean that somebody else saw it, or I saw it, or whoever. I try not to share things like that, like on our feeds or anything. Or if we do talk about any kind of leaked details, it's always saved for a very, very end of the show, even after the post credits of the podcast. So I don't usually talk about them here, but especially because the live stream, people can come and go whenever they want, and I don't want to spoil somebody who just popped in, But it's always so hard this time of the year, whenever that year is, whenever there's a movie in production, just knowing that people share images from sets and stuff just instantly on social media is pretty frustrating. So do your best to not kind of cultivate that culture, I guess, because people want to see the movie free, and free of information that's in their head. And I know it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I was having this conversation with Talk Jurassic the other day, because we were talking about the information that is out there, and we were talking about potential fake information that's been spread. So we've been hearing that, you know, there is legit information, but there's also information that's being spread apparently for some reason. I'm not really sure why. It's just misinformation, I guess. Surprise. Welcome to the world. But it's a double-edged sword, because that's not, if it's misinformation, it's not all that different than, you know, somebody reading that misinformation and getting excited about that theory and that idea, you know, that, oh my gosh, this dinosaur, or this is the storyline, or this person's in the movie. Oh my God, I'm excited about it. And they're getting excited knowing that, or not knowing that that information is false, right? So that kind of stinks, right? It does kind of stink. But at the same time, what we do here and what we do on this show and the podcast and the streams is kind of similar in a way, where, for instance, my Dennis Nedry de-aging and Dr. Wu theory for the beginning of Jurassic World Dominion. I've said it almost every episode, I feel like. I'm always talking about this theory because it just stuck in my head, and it weaseled its way into my brain, and now I can't get it out of my head, that I wanted to see, like, the intro to Dominion have something to describe the connection between Dodgson and Dr. Wu, to make them have some sort of relationship early on back in the Jurassic Park days. And I connected them at that cafe that we saw Dennis Nedry, you know, in the beginning with Dodgson in Jurassic Park. And then, you know, that fast forwards all the way to Dennis, you know, failing at that and losing the DNA. And then Dr. Wu this is all very, I'm just kind of breezing through it, but Dr. Wu comes, sweeps in and finds the DNA, salvages it, but it doesn't work. And during all that chaos, he comes across an adult Dilophosaur. So the theory was so much fun and got me so excited that essentially is no different than somebody out there spreading some fake information about the movie, and I pick it up and I'm like, dude, that's exciting. Like, I would love to see that. I really, really want to see that. So it is this, like I said, kind of double-edged sword thing where you don't, like, I don't want to just openly talk about stuff like that, because I personally don't know what's real or not at this point. Nobody does, other than the people working on this movie. But but at the same time, I do love to theorize and come up with fun, you know, ideas and stuff like that. Universal, call me, you know, that's what we always say. But yeah, it's hard. It's very hard to be a fan right now, because everybody has theories. Everybody wants to get excited. Everybody wants to share things, but it's tough. It's very tough. I don't even know where I'm going with that. I just wanted to share some thoughts on the fact that it's tough out there when the movies are in production. So if you want to know about stuff, that's cool. Like, just keep your eyes peeled. I'm sure you'll see something. Very, very easy to find. But if you don't want to, it makes it a complete minefield out there, and it's very difficult to hide. If you are trying to celebrate Jurassic, you know, during Jurassic June, for instance, you know, you want to be on social media, talking with everybody, being excited about it, but then you scroll and you see a picture of blank, you know, you see blah, 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 whatever the thing is. And you're like, I got to block, I got to mute, I got to do whatever. So I've seen it time and time again that a lot of people will start to mute the fan community in certain aspects, and they'll stop interacting. And then the communication goes down between, different platforms and different fans, and it becomes interesting and weird. Arguments happen, and it's just a weird place. So do your best. That's all I'm trying to say. Do your best to be kind to other people out there. So that's my PSA, and also my surprise that there hasn't been any official news to kind of combat. Is that the right way to say that? Combat the situation, right? The spread of information. Like, for instance, the cast list. We've seen semi-official stuff from trades, right, that talk about like there's, I don't know, like 6 or 7 people that are involved in the movie. But then there's other information that is like, oh, there's also 20 other people that are involved in this movie. But no one else has talked about that other than some random websites out there or whatever. So this is where I would really like them. It's not just me being like, give me the news, I want it. I'm trying to think about like stopping that information from spreading and stopping, things like, I've talked about this before, but the fact that when Jurassic World was made, everybody out there in the world was like, yo, I can't believe that The Lost World and Jurassic Park 3 never happened, that they just erased those from the canon. It's not real. And they're just skipping it. But that's not the case. We know that didn't happen. It's just that they ignored the story because they didn't need to talk about those things. It wasn't necessary at the time. So I kind of wish they would say stuff like that to kind of, like we've heard so much about reboot. This is a reboot. This is a brand new take on the Jurassic franchise or something. And people are like, oh, I can't believe they just had a movie. They just had the 6th movie. And now they're just restarting it. Like, so it's kind of weird. I wish they would kind of come out and just stop some of these theories from spreading too far and to get the community hyped and also to just temper everybody's expectations, I guess. So that's why I really, really want this information. But I also do want to talk about stuff. It would be fun. But let's talk about some Universal Parks stuff because I do want to get into it because I haven't had a chance. And this applies to this kind of stuff as well, because I know, for instance, I'm, I do co-host on Grim Grinning Hosts, which is a theme park podcast. And a lot of my fellow, friends and podcasters in that community don't want to see spoilers for rides and entertainment in theme parks. And that goes for stuff like this, where for me, I don't necessarily care about theme park stuff. I do care, but I don't care about spoiling so much because when I'm looking at this picture, I'm not getting the entire story. I'm not getting the full picture of what that experience is like. I'm not getting to witness it with my own eyes. I'm not getting to take in the sounds and the sights and the reactions and stuff. And yes, I can put on a video, but even the video is not necessarily the same as being there live. I was going to go down a road, but I just think you need to be there to experience the ride, attraction, or whatever in person, but it's okay to kind of take a look at what was there beforehand. That's my stance on theme park stuff. So if you don't want to know anything about the theme park parade or the nighttime show, if you don't want to see any of that, back out now. But I wanted to go into it. Actually, I want to go up here for a second because there's a few other properties I wanted to take a look at too. Let's see. Ooh. Man, this stuff looks awesome. I'm going to bring it up now. Here we go. All right, so Mega Movie Parade is out now, and let's see. They just, there's like too many ads on this site. This stinks. But look at this stuff. Oh my gosh, this Ghostbusters shots are awesome. We've got Ghostbusters out there. Why is it only one picture? Where did the other ones go? Look at these shots. These are great. I'm loving that. That's awesome. Oh, Library Ghost. Oh, but it's also got like mini ones from, there's Slimer, but it's got the mini ones from like the new movies. But and it's also got the nice touchstone from Afterlife, with the dates and stuff around Gozer's temple. That's pretty awesome. That's fantastic. Scrolling down, there's Minions, there's Trolls, there's E.T., another Spielberg property here. Why can I not get rid of this ad? It just won't go away. I don't know how to get it away, but we've got E.T. here. I'm not really sure what that building is supposed to be, other than it just looks like the building that's like over near E.T. Not really, but kind of. That's fun. Oops. Oh, I didn't mean to open whatever I opened. Let's go back here. We've got the 4th of July parade, very well timed here. And we've got Jaws, another Spielberg. This is just Spielberg parade, basically. This Jaws float is pretty awesome, though. Man, that's so cool. And then we've got Jurassic World. Whoa. This T-Rex, from the back, it basically just looks like a Mattel toy. That's pretty awesome, though. Like, the fact that it kind of has, like, the toy look. And we've got Owen and Claire down there. That's cool. We've got some just kind of, like, random situation here. We've got Pteranodons. No, they're not going to be doing this at night, Muzzamil. Unfortunately, that's kind of like a cost-cutting measure. I had actually heard that this is the T-Rex from Japan, too. I've heard it from somebody on the inside that this is the T-Rex from that. I didn't know that parade would have stopped using the T-Rex. I wasn't aware of that, but maybe it did. I had heard that this is that same T-Rex. So I have not done the legwork. This is literally like the first time I'm looking at pictures. But, you know, that looks pretty cool. And I like the upside down truck. I don't know that this was the float in Japan basically this exact float? I forget. I don't remember the truck being there. But maybe all the other stuff looked the same. We got a gyrosphere. They could have just brought that from Japan as well, if that's what was done. There was supposed to be more. I did bring up the parade itself from Attractions Magazine. I'm gonna try not to like watch their video straight up totally, but the volume's coming through. Let me mute that. But we do have gyrosphere coming through. Claire behind. We also got a dinosaur. Oh, that's Franklin in there. I didn't even think of that was Franklin. That's cool. I did very unexpected. I didn't expect to see Franklin. Got like what, Tango or one of those raptors, 2 raptors out there. I forget what their names are. Some raptor handlers. Owen and Claire just kind of strutting along. It's kind of like a very vacant portion. I feel like something's missing here. There's the Rex. Wagging its tail, it's happy, it's roaring. Oh, it's got like saliva like in its mouth. That's funny. That looks really cool. Ew, gross. It's also oh, look at all those poppies. Check that out. That's cool. There are like breakout lights on it. Woodwork and stuff like that. This looks like it's the tail end of the parade, unfortunately, so that looks like the very end. Yeah. All right, so I did want to let me go back because I do want to find out something. I want to go back to the press release. Yeah, Japan had more. They had like Parasaurolophus. They had Stegosaurus, I believe. They had maybe 3 raptors or so. Where is it? Let's see. Where would I have gotten that email? Update, let's see. Where is it? Let's just see. Let's search for Mega. Don't know. Where did I definitely had this email, I'm pretty sure. That was April. Let's see. Here is the press release. I think this is it. All right, here we go. Universal Mega Movie Parade. It says the epic finale, a gyrosphere, raptors, and the fierce T-Rex aboard the Jurassic World float, and so much more. Fans should also pay close attention to the parade to see if they can spot additional details that nod to iconic elements from the films. Is that all the information? Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was all the information, but so it seemed like we're missing raptors, unless like they're on the other side of the float, like embedded in the float or something. I don't know, because we do have both sides of the float here, and it doesn't look like it. So I'm not really sure. Maybe they were just missing from this performance or so, but no raptors. But we did get the T-Rex, and if this is the Japan float, like I'm not really sure why. I don't know if that parade ended in Japan. It was a nighttime parade, like you had said, but well, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird that it's missing those elements, but yeah, that seems to be all the Jurassic stuff. There are also, I don't know if they're in this article or anything, but there are like bubble wands that they did make. Oh, there's also Back to the Future, which also looks pretty amazing. Like, that is super awesome. Yeah, and it's still in technical rehearsals, so there's a chance maybe they just didn't roll out the Raptors yet, or maybe if, I don't know if the weather was raining or not, maybe they decided to not bring out the Raptors. Maybe I'm sure those are dependent on a lot of aspects. So if it is probably inclement weather, maybe they wouldn't roll those out. The ground does look wet, so yeah, I mean, there is a chance that it rained or just rained. People have umbrellas, so I would probably venture to guess that that was not the entire experience, that maybe the Raptors would come at a later date. But yeah, there's bubble wands that have like baby blue or beta. I don't really know which one it is, but that's pretty cool. We've got bubble wands, and yeah, and then also I did want to kind of take a look real quick at this. Is also this is from Inside Universal, but they also debuted the nighttime show, which this is why, you know, they've got this nighttime show. They don't have a parade, but I'm okay with there not being the nighttime parade as well. I think I don't know, it's interesting because if you're at Disney, you would maybe want to like conclude your festivities, right? You kind of want to see the parade and you want to watch the show before you're done and then leave. But with Universal, I feel like it's a little different. Like, I just want to keep riding rides and not necessarily watch shows and stuff, but I don't know. Got a nice Jurassic logo back there. Let's see what else. I'm trying not to just watch the video, especially because there's like music and different things. Where is it? I don't know what part it's in. Maybe Muslim. I don't know if you've seen it, but gotta be like somewhere. None of these, it's like very hard to make out what the images actually are. It's like, what? Yeah, I can't even like make out any of these images in this waterfront show. This maybe if I like, I know it's only on 360, so let me like upgrade it to 720 here. mummy. Dominus back there, that's pretty cool. I'm assuming mostly based on the music because we get some stuff. I don't know what's happening there. The T-Rex eye or something. I can't. There's four. Okay, Jurassic Park. Jurassic World. Fallen Kingdom, maybe? So I don't know if it just jumps all over. Maybe it jumps all over, but probably not. There's like 1,000 different things in this show. So yeah, no. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, anyway, that is the new offerings. We've been talking about these new offerings for a while. There were no drone moments, unfortunately, in the sensational Jurassic section. I thought for sure there would be like a pteranodon or something, you know, maybe like the logo or T-Rex moving or something, raptor claw. Like you could have thrown anything out there. What are some other fun ideas that I don't know, like a dinosaur egg with an eye poking out or something like that could have been cool. A claw. There literally could have been just countless ideas. I feel like a piece of amber, a cane, a helicopter flying to the island, just the island outline or something. Yeah, a Nublar just in the sky. That would have been pretty awesome. People have been like, what is that? I don't know, like the park gates or something. It's surprised that there was nothing. I'm just like looking at my Jurassic stuff and just to see like what would have worked best. I don't know, like a Jeep maybe or something. There's so many ideas you could have done with the drones. So unfortunately we didn't get that, but it looks fun. It looks fun. I have not actually watched it yet, and unfortunately it sounds like this stuff. I think the parade might continue to go for a little bit, but I think this show is going to be ending for Horror Nights, and I don't know that it's going to come back or not. I would assume it would come back after Horror Nights, but I don't believe there's been an indication as of yet whether or not it's coming back. But yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah. So anyway, let's go back. Let's get out of this for a second and just go back here, see what the chat was saying. Muzma says, for attractions, I do my best to watch very little so that's fresh when I finally experience it. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't necessarily care. I mean, you know, I know you go fairly often too. I go fairly often. But like I'm itching to like see what it is. And but at the same time, I still haven't like watched Tiana's ride through. I watched like some of it. There was like an initial video, but I didn't watch like the entire ride through or anything. So yeah, there's a lot of factors, I guess. Like, you know, some of them you can't watch because it's too dark, or you know, it doesn't work well with the visual medium. You know, it doesn't like translate well. Like for instance, Mario Kart. There's elements of that wouldn't really translate to a video because you don't have the VR or AR goggles and stuff like that. So, but yeah. But anyway, what was the I did want to talk about something else. There was a favorite on there. What time is it? I do have to end fairly soon, so we'll go into this question again from Matthew. Which T-Rex in JP7 do you think we will see? If a new one, do you think it'll be Big Edie, or is it more likely Red Rex? All right, I just summarized basically, but was I just talking? I did an episode with Stephen Ray Morris, which should be out on his feed for See Jurassic right now. And we were talking about, like, do certain dinosaurs show up? And, you know, for instance, I definitely think that, I wish I could, like, pin these. Like, maybe I can. I don't know. I still don't know how to use all this. There's too many buttons. But I still think that, like, I don't want Rexy to be in this movie, so I feel like Rexy should take a side, just be done and be kind of retired out there. I think that's the best option for Rexy, at least, so let's let her find her peace out there in the jungle. I can't get it to stay, apparently, but as far as Big Edie's concerned, I think that would be really, really cool. It would give us some attachment, a little bit, barely, but, like, at the same time, Big Edie in itself is a little even confusing as to what Big Edie is or who. We don't really have an official confirmation that Big Edie is, one of the Rexes from the Lost World or anything. So it's weird. I don't know that we necessarily need to see, like, a Big Edie come to life. It would be interesting. I'd be all for it if one of the campers were involved in a movie. I think that's where I would want to see somebody like Big Edie, Little Edie, whoever show up in these movies. And that doesn't seem to be this movie. I'm going to assume that a camper is not going to be in this next movie. So I'm still holding out hope down the road we can get like a Kayla Watts and like Darius or something like that, a live action movie. I think that would be pretty awesome. And maybe in that movie we can get them kind of going back and forth between the Dolomites, and then maybe you could see Rexy, but I think Big Edie or somebody like that would be kind of cool to see. Which again, that's me assuming that one of the Rexes we see at the end of Dominion is Big Edie. I don't know. Who knows? So also based off of your comment there, I've really wanted to see like the Red Rex. I think that would be pretty awesome to see come to life. Because that is the original Rex, that is the novel-based Rex. That's why we got the toys the way they are. Like, that's why this one looks like this, is because at the time they didn't really know what to make other than that. And that's what they're going off of. Which kind of gives me hope for the toy line coming up for this new movie, because if they didn't get enough time to work out what the characters are going to look like, what are the dinosaurs going to look like in this new movie, and they didn't give that information to Mattel fast enough, they might just go ahead and produce, character name with nuclear bomb like Alan Grant, or like random character number 2 with massive cargo net shooter, like stuff like that we got back in the Kenner days in 1993. That kind of stuff would be really cool. And then get dinosaurs where they were like semi-described, but like not fully realized, like kind of like the Red Rex, because this does not look like the Jurassic Park movie Rex, right? It doesn't. But in my mind, when I was a kid, there was no difference. Like I didn't care about that stuff. Like I never cared that it didn't look like it. It just was. It still was the Rex. So I hope we get, stuff like that for the new movie. I think that would be cool. I kind of took a tangent there, but yes, I would love to see the Red Rex. I think that would be incredibly awesome, and it's such an awesome nod to the book. And I think it's possible, again, I think me and Steven were talking about this on See Jurassic Right. We were talking about like reusing the novel, and I think that gives them the opportunity to do things we never saw, and also to have somebody like David Koepp, who did work hand in hand with this information and with Michael Crichton back in those days to produce what we got. And I think some of that Crichton information could be continued here with David Koepp. So yeah, I think it's possible. I'm hopeful, at least, that we'll get something like the Red Rex or something along those lines. I think that would be really, really cool. Yeah, I don't care what Colin said. I don't. Because he said it after the fact. He said it after the movie It's not said in the movie. And those Rexes they're just, I'm pretty sure they're just the exact same render twice. Right? I don't know that there's differences. Are there differences? I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure they were the exact same render twice in Jurassic World Dominion. And that's not the case for the Lost World Rexes. You could make that argument with, say, like the bull and the baby grew up, and that's what we saw. And Big Edie, I don't know. Because then there's also Little Edie, and that those are both female dinosaurs, I believe. So that, unless they had another child, like I don't know. It's all too convoluted for me, and I don't care. I don't take into account when somebody acknowledges something on Twitter. That's not confirmation for me. But yeah. Sorna Rex would be cool, but you wouldn't mind if it takes a backseat in this entry. Do you mean a Rex in general, or a Sorna Rex? Oh man, just seeing the Sorna Rex again in all of its glory would be incredible. Like looking like the Sorna Rex, not like some knockoff. I want the official confirmation. I want somebody in the movie to be like, these Rexes have been here. This family of Rexes have been here. This is the same Rex that was in San Diego. Can you believe that? That's kind of what I want. That's what I want. It's just official confirmations within movie. Yeah, you said, oh, the renders are off for sure, but hey, that's as an official of a source as we've gotten. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that confirmation is the same confirmation as Bayona being like, oh, that's the same Brachiosaur that died. The same one we saw in the first movie. No, it's not. It's not. It's just clearly not, because of the renders are completely different. And I don't know. Maybe Brachiosaurs live 30 years, maybe, but who knows? I just don't think that it is. And it was something that was confirmed in an article or something. Like, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. We need these things said. They need to be mentioned somehow in a movie. But yeah, I think, and I don't know what you were talking about here, but maybe that was in the nighttime show or something. But the Spinosaurus in general, that's another one that's we got a Spinosaurus in Camp Cretaceous, but is it the same Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 or no? If we got another Spinosaurus in a movie, would it be the same one that we saw in Jurassic Park 3 or no? I feel like there needs to be things that we know. For instance, you can definitely say the Allosaurus. I gotta go in 2 minutes here, but the Allosaurus is the same across Battle at Big Rock and Chaos Theory. You could maybe think about it being the same one in Dominion, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if that one was blinded or not. I think that would be a really cool detail if it was. I don't remember if it was or not. I don't think we really see it close enough in the eye, but maybe we do. Maybe somebody zoomed in. I'm not too sure. But for instance, we do know for sure that the one from Battle at Big Rock, the Allosaurus there, and the Allosaurus in Chaos Theory are the same Allosaurus. That's for sure. But we don't have that same confirmation for Big Edie or Little Edie or the Spinosaurus. So I would like that confidence that they had with saying that this is the same one from Battle at Big Rock. I would like that across the board for the movies, for the shows. I would love them to just confirm these things that, yes, we know that that's who they are. But when it comes to things like dinosaurs that don't necessarily have an identity, like velociraptors, we have identity based off of island species and male and female dinosaurs, but we don't like look at them as if like one of them is blue, like one has a certain, like there was the big one, right? There was the big one back in the Jurassic Park days. But I don't even know which one's the big one, based off of all three of those raptors in that movie. I don't know which one's the big one. Like I can't tell. But when it's like a solo species or like a family of species, which one's which. Like the Spinosaurus, like the bull versus the female Rex in The Lost World, or, or the T-Rex from the movie, or, stuff like that. You singularly know that these are the same dinosaurs. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure where I'm going with that, but what were we talking about? Oh, what Rexes do we want to see in the next movie? Given how Cash says, oh, it hates people, given Spino's aggression in the film, I believe they're the same one. Yeah, like I have no problem believing that it is the same one, but it does look a little bit different. Like it does have like a more of like a deserty paint job on it. It isn't exactly the same. It could almost be the same, and we can make the same argument about like, well, why was Rexy like not exactly the same looking in Jurassic World? Well, it's because she's aged and she's 30 years older, so we can do stuff like that, right? But yeah, I just wish they would have a little bit more confidence to say, yes, this is the Spinosaurus, instead of like on Twitter, where the social media team were like, that Spinosaurus that broke apart in Jurassic World was the same one from Jurassic Park 3. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And we're not taking that confirmation from the social media team. So, yeah, less of that, more actual in-movie confirmation, please. Hi, Steven. Sorry you just maybe popped in, but unfortunately, we are done for the night. I appreciate everybody popping in and talking Jurassic with me for a little bit. I have to record, and I'm like losing my voice, so this is not very good. But yeah, I don't know what button to press now. What button should I press? Let's hit website promo because I want to go back to. I must have. There we go. JurassicParkPodcast.com. Go check out this week's episode with Natalie Lucia, where we talked all about costume creating costumes. That's the way to do it. Creating costumes. We talked about like the Tongle contests that she won, and so much more. So please go check out that episode. Go subscribe to the Substack. You can do so on JurassicParkPodcast.com/newsletter. And there it is right there. Just go subscribe. You can find us on Spotify. And go listen to my other show, Grim Grinning Hosts. I am on the Forcecast every now and then, and I will be on tonight. I'm going to record, so maybe that'll be out tomorrow or so, or I don't know. Tomorrow's the 4th of July. Who knows? You don't have to listen to it on the 4th of July. That's just Target.com. Who cares? But let me see. Let's go back to our thing here, and let's just type in C Jurassic right. There we go. Podcast. I was on this show with Stephen Ray Morris, and which direction are these episodes going? They're going from first to last. Oh boy. How do I get them to go the other way? Oh my gosh, we're still in like November. I gotta find a new way to sort this. I don't know. I'm not following them on my phone, my tablet, so maybe that's why. But anyway, go check out See Jurassic Right. I was on the most recent episode on there. It came out today. But anyway, yeah. What do you mean there? To be fair, so did Blue and the rest of the Raptors. I'm trying to remember how that pertained. So did Blue and the rest of the Raptors. We were talking about Chaos Theory or Camp Cretaceous, and like, yeah, we know I don't know if this is it, but we know that like blue is blue across movies and across Camp Cretaceous. So yeah, that translated. So that was good. Yeah, but that's like inevitable, right? And Rexy too. Like Rexy, we know that Rexy's Rexy in Camp Cretaceous. I do question if Rexy is the Rex that... I would assume it has to be the same. It would probably have used the same render for the T-Rex in the opening scene, or like the title sequence of Chaos Theory. I don't think that was Big Edie. I think that was actually Rexy in the title sequence, even though Rexy's not in Chaos Theory. I think that was probably Rexy for the title sequence. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what you meant, and I'm probably going to take a second to catch up because comments are always a little bit behind. Blue didn't look like her movie counterpart in Camp Cretaceous. And the other raptors? Were there other raptors? Oh yeah, there were. Yeah. That's right. In the first season, yeah, there were. Yeah, and that was. I mean, that was like a huge debacle in itself because like no one ever knew how to get those raptors right in any way, whether it was like a marketing image, a toy, Camp Cretaceous, or whatever the case was, nobody could get those raptor colors correctly. Even the ride, like the ride doesn't have them correctly. It's like they're all over the place. So the renders are never good with those raptors, but blue, I would make the argument that blue's blue. I think blue is enough blue that you're like, okay, that's blue. Like, we know that's blue. But the color scheme, and blue is singular. Again, blue is like a singular dinosaur that we know that's the one that they were trying to go for. Spinosaurus is a singular dinosaur that we've only seen that one time. But the color scheme was too far off for me to say, like, that's definitely the same one. And I think there were some mentions about some dinosaurs being from Sorna and stuff like that. I think they mentioned that in Camp Cretaceous at some point, but yeah. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it, and a lot of the details have floated away. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much. I'm supposed to be recording, even though... Did I get a text about it? I don't know. Not yet, but I should go. Anyway, it's been fun. Thank you so much for watching this. We'll be back with a new episode, a new podcast episode next week. I will be posting the next, the next newsletter as soon as I can. As soon as I can get that out to you, I'll get that out. And live stream next week should be on schedule. The schedule is going to be weird coming up, but I think we should have a live stream next week. But anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Where's my button here? Stay safe, be kind, and as always, enjoy.